U.S. Tax Shield presents the 10 costliest mistakes to avoid when dealing with the IRS. As Benjamin Franklin once said, there's nothing certain except death and taxes. But there's one more thing that's certain. When it comes to taxes, U.S. Tax Shield is here to help. We've got over 25 years of experience negotiating favorable tax resolutions for our clients. So we're very familiar with the IRS and how it works. In order to help you avoid the most common pitfalls, here are the 10 costliest mistakes taxpayers make when dealing with the IRS.
Number 1. Not hiring an attorney when confronted with past due taxes.
Facing the IRS on your own is a daunting task. That's why it's smart to hire an experienced tax attorney who can help you through the strict guidelines and standardized procedures laid out by the IRS. Plus, you'll have a better chance of getting a tax settlement approved. It's well worth it for the quick, hassle-free resolution and peace of mind.
The second most costly mistake: hiring unqualified help.
Sure, you may feel more comfortable dealing with the family lawyer or your local tax repairer, but do they have the qualifications and experience to represent you? Attorneys are one of the few professionals designated by the IRS to represent you before its collection arm. So when you do choose a representative, make sure they are properly qualified.
Mistake number 3. Ignoring letters and collections notices from the IRS.
Whether due to fear, apathy, or just procrastination, it's never a good idea to put off responding to the IRS. The longer you delay, the slimmer your chances are of reversing the collection process. U.S. Tax Shield specializes in taxpayer appeals and other legal means of keeping the IRS at bay. We can stop the collection process immediately, providing a temporary freeze until we can negotiate a permanent solution.
Mistake 4. Allowing a tax levy to take effect without contesting it.
A tax levy is the garnishment of your wages or seizure of your bank accounts, retirement accounts, residences, and even Social Security. Sounds overwhelming, but did you know you actually have the legal right to contest it? U.S. Tax Shield can help you by getting any tax levies lifted. We can also prevent them from happening in the first place.
Costliest mistake number 5. Not filing your tax return.
If taxes are owed, then you have to file a tax return. Not filing is a crime, and a pretty serious one at that. But it's not a crime to file your taxes and not pay them. So even if you can't afford to pay, you still have to file. There's no other way around it. Fortunately, U.S. Tax Shield can file for you and keep your status with the IRS current and legal. We can even have your tax liability reduced.
Number 6. Ignoring payroll taxes.
The IRS views operating a business while owing payroll taxes as borrowing money illegally from the U.S. Treasury, so don't do it. As an employer, you have the responsibility of acting as tax collector for the government, holding your workers' taxes in trust until paid over to the IRS. Do yourself and your employees a favor and avoid this most serious of crimes.
Mistake number 7. Paying your tax liability in full without demanding relief from penalties and interest.
Most taxpayers waste or aren't even aware of this opportunity, and it costs them thousands of dollars. Don't let this happen. U.S. Tax Shield can intercede to have penalties and interests removed or frozen, and in some cases you can even have penalties refunded.
Mistake number 8. Filing bankruptcy.
Bankruptcy may seem like the easiest way out of debt, but the truth is there are far too many disadvantages and disqualifying factors to make it a truly viable tax relief option. First of all, your bankruptcy won't apply to anything owed from the past 3 years. Secondly, if you emerge from bankruptcy still owing taxes, it will extend your collection time, possibly adding further penalties and interest. Finally, filing bankruptcy will damage your credit rating for at least 10 years. Consult with U.S. Tax Shield before making this serious decision.
Mistake number 9. Allowing the IRS to file your tax return for you.
Let's be honest, the primary goal of the IRS is to collect money for the United States government. They don't necessarily have your best interests in mind. That's why you should not be tempted to let them prepare and file your past due taxes in what is known as a substitute for return, or SFR. Fortunately, U.S. Tax Shield does have your best interest in mind. We can refile your SFR and prepare tax returns for any and all years.
And finally, costliest mistake number 10, allowing a federal tax lien to be recorded and remain on your record.
Obviously, you should want to remove any federal tax liens as soon as possible, and U.S. Tax Shield can help you with that. We'll file an offer in compromise with the IRS, the most effective way to resolve and reduce your tax liability. When the offer is accepted and paid in full, the IRS is generally required to remove any tax liens within 30 days. Now that you know what kind of mistakes to avoid, you can be better prepared when facing the IRS on your own. Of course, you don't have to do it by yourself. U.S. Tax Shield is here to help. Our experienced professionals can get you a quick, permanent, and favorable settlement with the IRS, saving you time and money and bringing you peace of mind. You've just heard the 10 costliest mistakes to avoid when dealing with the IRS. For more information, call us toll-free at 877-829-3535 or visit us on the web at ustaxshield.com.